Since the beginning of Pro Valorant, DRX has always been a strong international team who have never failed to make playoffs for any international events. But DRX have also never seriously contended for a championship. They tried to overcome this curse at Champions this year, but again found themselves in an elimination match against tournament favorites Fnatic, who could seriously take every major title this year. On the first map of the series, DRX shocked everyone by giving Fnatic one of their worst defeats ever in a dominating 13-1 victory on Bind. In this video, we're going to break down how DRX even managed to 13-1 Fnatic, but how quickly Fnatic adapted and completely changed their attack side game plan in the next two maps to win the series. In Pro Valorant, a one-sided map is always a result of one team playing exceptionally well and the other team playing exceptionally bad. In this case, DRX took initiative throughout their defensive half, while Fnatic continued to struggle with some of the same issues that caused them to lose their match against Loud. In the first round, we see a very slow and spread default from Fnatic. If defenders don't take initiative in this setup, a lot of free space is given to attackers, and Fnatic are trying to take advantage of that. But DRX are known to be a team to take initiative. Later on in the round, DRX use their Sky Flash through their own Viper wall to pick off Durka alone in hookah. Then, Boaster tries to take his own timing through short, and Fnatic have immediately lost their main controller and entry, as well as a lot of time on the clock. The round is essentially over as Chronicle has to force plant with less than 15 seconds left, and this is exactly what I talked about in my last video, about Fnatic losing too much time in each round. Fnatic win their only round in this game on DRX's bonus, and we can see exactly why Fnatic play out this slow default and what it can do to defenders who are over-aggressive too early into the round. DRX are using their bonus to try to play aggressively. If defenders are just a bit too greedy, you'll get punished hard by Fnatic's setup. In this case, Stax walks up short B after his flash, with Zest setting up a bait for him by jiggling the corner. Stax actually takes a lot of space, and I don't think Fnatic knew since he walk pushed after the flash. They could have punished Fnatic hard if Stax was a little more patient in this corner and took contact for Zest or flanked a bit later, but he's a bit too early when Durka is still focused on the angle and he gives first blood. DRX also try another double swing from Showers to punish the lurk, but Alpha is ready and he's definitely one of the last people you want to take this type of fight against. Now all Fnatic have to do is group up and they choose to take A and win the round easily with their player advantage. One thing to note is that Fnatic's half shields Vandal strat heavily favors this type of playstyle, where you're getting more of these fair gunfights. Playing a faster style with executes or grouped pushes risks them dying to spam or utility damage, which Fnatic are especially weak against with 25 less HP. This is probably why they've developed this type of style. We can see the slow default work again in round 6, where DRX again get caught by Fnatic holding their push, and they lose another 1v2 to Chronicle where no utility was used. Fnatic should have won this round, but a crazy play from Mako to hide on the side of his smoke in short completely brings it back for DRX. I don't think Fnatic's slow default is bad, but it's certainly overused by them and can be punished by some patient early aggression or hard fights taken late into the round. In round 7, we can see Fnatic continue with the slow play strategy. Alpha gets picked off peeking short alone to an aggressive high angle from Buzz, and then 3 Fnatic players who have walked into Octagon get flashed and pushed by DRX. This type of late round push is exactly how Fnatic lost the first round of the game, and ironically, Boaster also died walking down short in that round. We'll continue to see this type of pattern for the remaining attack rounds, where Fnatic are not immediately aggressive for any control, and DRX continue to take advantage of it while being slightly more disciplined than before. In round 10, RB walks down long B into their own smoke while a Sky Flash stalls Fnatic. Then he uses both his Yoru flashes to outplay any turn attempts from Fnatic and catches the only 2 players completely blind. If Fnatic were more aggressive and fought for control of the smoke, this situation could have been completely avoided. But their only 2 members in long B played the slow timing, which allowed RB to walk into the smoke and make this play. Fnatic have to straight up call a save after this play. Then in the next round, DRX walks up to their Showers wall and flash through again to catch Alpha alone. Then we see a bunch of split attempts throughout the map from Fnatic, which starts with Chronicle in short A, then Boaster in Showers, then Leo in short A, finally ending with Durka, who flanked through B as their entry. This shows that their slow default makes Fnatic very disjointed throughout most of the round, and it makes it really hard for them to play together. Fnatic is in transition for so much of the round, and a defensive team which takes disciplined initiative can definitely punish these holes like DRX did. Remember that we saw Loud punish them in the exact same way on Ascent. Their explosiveness is seriously lacking, and we see this again in the final round of the half. This default gives Durka a kill in showers when Buzz attempts the solo peek, but Fnatic continues to wait around. Obviously, only spectators know that there's just one player from DRX on A, but this is still a timing that they should take, as they're fully set up to execute A from their split positions, and already got a kill. Instead, they wait so long before executing that DRX have rotated Sky back to A and have already flanked through B. Fnatic is already fighting for control down short, while Durka, who has his ult, is still messing around in showers with the op. DRX completely pinch Fnatic and they lose a round again due to playing way too slow. There's no explosiveness. The game ends quickly afterward as DRX wins the pistol round in the next half by running a fast B hit when Fnatic are stacked toward A. Fnatic sets up to fight short A and have the option for a TP play, but ironically, DRX's fast tempo crosses the TP angle so fast that Fnatic are just forced to play retake, but they aren't able to win another round in this game. This results in one of the worst defeats Fnatic has ever suffered as an org, but Fnatic are not the tournament favorites for no reason. When we move on to the second map on Haven, we can immediately see significant changes to their playstyle and game plan. Out the gate, they start with this B push by working through mid using the Killjoy turret. DRX had planned to hold mid with Killjoy utility, while focusing on the extremities of the map, so they aren't ready to fight and Fnatic are able to plant the bomb within the first 30 seconds of the round, something we haven't seen in a while from them. Finally, Fnatic are taking some control out of the gate. Fnatic's full post plants are always so hard to deal with since they always have the normal Killjoy mollies, but also Boaster's Astra utility as well. The round is incredibly close with a lot of back and forth trades, but Mako accidentally drops off the top step in front mid, so he loses the angle for just a second and allows Boaster to kill the defuser right on time. Now at the beginning of every round, Fnatic are posturing to take A main control immediately and invest Breach and Sova utility to do so. They also continue to use the fast B hit in another light buy round to win it. We're finally seeing Fnatic speed up their tempo and be more explosive. They take space early on in rounds to have some map control to actually work off of. In round 10, Fnatic take A main control instantly, and although they get picked off by an op from Sewer, this still keeps 2 DRX members on A, while Fnatic have worked all the way back to C. They had enough control of A over multiple rounds that DRX are actually respecting their pressure there. Fnatic end up hitting C with only a single DRX member on site, and even though they don't end up winning this round, they were still presented with a good opportunity because they've finally been aggressive for early control in rounds. In the final round of their attack side, Fnatic call a straight up C rush for the first time in the game. Since they've been prioritizing A main for most of the half, DRX are stacked there ready to take a fight but guessed completely wrong. Just compare the tempo of this game to many of their rounds on Bind or even against Loud in the match they lost. DRX on Bind felt empowered to make a play anywhere on the map. Of course they were caught a couple times by a single player holding them, but DRX were never psychologically scared they were going to be rushed. In this game, however, DRX are fearful of the fast executes from Fnatic, like we saw on B, but also have to deal with Fnatic's priority of A main, which has been pretty annoying. Fnatic are no longer running out of time every single round. They've completely changed their playstyle and are now the ones controlling the pace on attack. And we continue to see this change carry through to their final map on Split. Right out the gate, they're calling for a fast B hit. Again, even though the round doesn't go their way, it still sends a message to DRX that they aren't scared to be explosive. On their eco, they take control in a 2-3 split between mid and ramp. This is a two-pronged strategy to control the map in groups, which gives them a huge opening to win this eco. This is again much better than the extremely spread out default we were seeing on both Ascent and Bind, and they are really pushing the pace and challenging space, rather than having 5 people split up and holding angles. Again, they still lose this round, but they look much better and much closer, and are all giving Fnatic a real chance to win. It doesn't mean that Fnatic have completely stopped playing slower rounds, and they shouldn't, but the threat of a fast take also makes their default significantly stronger as well. And I want to end this video off by showing this round where we see an awesome entry strat from Fnatic onto A. Take note how they don't have a Jet, but instead use their own Cypher Cage combined with Omen TP and Skyflash to basically act as a pseudo-Jet entry. It works perfectly and they earn a massive round here since it breaks DRX's economy. Fnatic really fixed their attack side issues after getting 13-1'd, and it shows how adaptable they are as a team. In my opinion, this was the only weakness from them that stood out for me, and we still see them lose the last round of this half because time was running too low. I'm actually making this video before their rematch against Loud, so I guess we'll all know soon if they really fix this issue or not. Remember that I offer free team coaching and VOD reviews streamed live on this channel. Check out my Discord to sign up, and also consider supporting me by becoming a YouTube member. Thanks again for watching.